Okay, I can hear you now, Janice. I'm here. Can you hear me, Janice?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yes, I
I
can.
think it's live. This should be done.
I just
Still
turned
trying
off
to play with
my
this.
I just turned off my basketball to low,
There
very
you
low
go.
volume. Babies.
Oh,
Aw.
we got Stephanie here too.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I think we got Stephanie here too. But
Okay.
I'm still rummaging around. I just wanted to get a moment.
Who's the bunny person?
That's Stephanie.
Okay.
She's gonna reserve two girls. She has to pick two girls tonight.
That's a pretty colored rat. What color is that?
Yeah, I got your volume up. I don't have you close enough to me right now. Just can't hear you. What's that?
I said that's a pretty colored rat. What color is that?
That's called marble.
Marble. Okay, looks a little like Merle mice.
It is. We kind of call it like the poor man's Merle because it's really
Okay,
easy to
gotcha.
make. It's a
Gotcha.
dominant gene.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so because Merle and mice is really hard too. It's kind of similar to that. It's really easy to make, but it's like a one-trick pony kind of thing. They all look like that. Like if you make them, that's a black one.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
Yeah, she's really flashy too. Then these ones are little goody ones. Let me get this thing. So I'm gonna put them in one you can actually see.
Because I know you remember what Merle mice look like.
Yeah, Merle mice don't actually really look like Merle rats. Same way.
Hmm.
They are still very pretty.
It's funny that all the babies look. I know that happens in baby mice too, but they have to get a little bigger for all their kind of colors to.
Yeah, yeah, because the other litter I have is a little bit smaller than
Gotcha.
that. Okay.
Let me know if my volume's not okay, and or if
No,
the
yours is
basket
perfect actually.
or if the basketball game becomes too loud.
I never can
It's on
hear the
about a
basketball
3,
game.
so
I'm gonna be smushed. There we
pretty
go.
low.
I never hear it, so
Now I
don't worry
can't
too
hear
much.
you at all.
I'm gonna crash everything. There we go. And I can review it here.
Hmm.
These babies, don't do these babies first.
Ooh, you went away.
Yeah, we went outside. We're outside.
Oh,
I thought it would be nice to do it outside.
okay, sure.
Yeah. There we go. Now I can put this here and put it in front of me. There we go.
Okay then.
It's like nice they're light outside too, right? Okay. There we go.
So the
Okay.
chipmunks are laying on an ice pack
Oh yeah.
again. Yeah, I don't know what, I don't understand. They've been here. This is technically their third summer here because they arrived in the summer.
Oh.
So you go
Jesus.
the first time they arrived, that was that summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then last summer and now this summer, that's technically 3. And I've never had any problems like these before, ever.
No, it's same with rats. Unfortunately, it just kind of happens sometimes.
But it's weird, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that chipmunks could do that. Just to catch anyone else up who's watching, Janice is having basically a bad respiratory infection with chipmunks that she has, white chipmunks. And they're
Yeah, I'm
doing
not
all the
happy.
exact same things, and they're treating it the exact same kind of way when she's going to the vet with the same medications and everything. And it's just, as far as I read, when I had the chipmunks, they didn't have the same kind of problems. So it's interesting, but it's not at the same time. It's interesting for
It's
rat people.
so anyway, after I talked to her, there's no way that they will give them doxy and amoxicillin at the same. They won't do that. It's wait, not for the second round.
No, it's doxy and azithromycin.
Yeah, they won't give them that.
Yeah, the way you said it was, she said it wasn't, it was too strong for what she was ready to do.
So what kind of ones are
I'm
these ones?
trying to see how I see my YouTube chat. These are Roans. Oops. Let me get back here
They
now.
look like Campbellford mice. Sorry.
Yeah, they're Roans, and they will fade to be almost completely white.
Because every color I see you do, I think of the mouse color equivalent.
Okay.
Those are Merles.
There we go. Okay,
And
now I can see the live chat. So it's just you and me here, I think.
how come I can't hear Stephanie?
I don't think she's there right now. Her little thing would be your little icon thing because she has no cam on. It fluctuates, like it pulsates when somebody's there.
All right. So it is.
Stephanie, if you have a microphone, can you turn on your microphone on your phone? Because if you're in there, then I should be able to hear you and live talk to you. There you go.
Oh, they look so cute.
Okay, so that's the I'll separate them for you for boys and girls too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Did you bring another thing from there? It's your girls, 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will.
Hi, Wiggies.
They're all Dumbos. Those are boys. Lucky. I think this whole litter is like.
But
50,
Dumbo's
50.
not dwarf, right?
No, you could have a Dumbo and a dwarf. Dumbo is
I'm
the
learning,
ears on the side of
so-
the head like this.
Yep.
See how the ears are on the side of their head? His head, technically. And the Marple you saw in the first cage, the mom, she's standard. And
She's
the
beautiful.
way you always think of rats, basically. And the Roans are Dumbo. I have the mom, but she gets very anxious when she hears other people's mom. She's a little bit more shy than I like.
Hey, you took Mom out of there, didn't you?
Sorry? Yeah, she was here. I took her out. She poops everywhere when she hears other people.
Gotcha.
She's
So where are you taking them to?
Here.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Yeah, that's why I was rummaging around because I had to get everything all ready because I knew I was gonna have to do this all on the fly kind of thing. I have to have all my stuff, and I thought it would be good if I was outside so that if anybody asked about the stuff, it's all on my porch here with me.
Yeah, if you want to know more about the vet, just ask because I was there for almost. What?
They're so tiny.
Yes, they are itsy bitsy.
They're so cute.
And their eyes are going to open in a very short period of time. Maybe I should do this the other way. I wonder if I can get closer with this thing. Is that going to be better? No. I'll just go in there with them. I do what I did on the other one. I just went right in there with them for you so you can see them. There you go.
Yeah, they look like little dairy cows. Sorry.
Yeah, they do.
Little bit.
The next ones are going to be a lot more active, busy. Because their eyes are open. These guys' eyes don't open for another day or two.
Okay.
I don't think. Oops, sorry. I poked you.
They all look sleepy.
That's because their eyes aren't open. Their mom's not here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Their ears. Some of their ears are open. Some of them aren't. I don't know if you can see. There's still a piece of skin in their ear. That will fall out when they can hear. But right now they can't hear or see.
So, Ashley, what is the best size group of rats to keep?
Like more the merrier. The more the merrier, technically. Two minimum, but my real minimum that I don't really tell people because I don't want to feel like people that I'm pushing them to have more is 3.
So I have a double critter nation. How many rats could I put in it quite comfortably?
12-ish.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot. They were gonna say like 5, 4.
Really, with rats, I know it says all kinds of stuff online. If you have good-tempered rats, it's more. The more you put in there, the faster you have to clean it. You should not. You should not have a problem with putting too many in the sense that they're going to fight. They shouldn't ever fight just because you did that.
Then. All right.
Yeah, because in mine, like in some of my pictures, I don't care. I post them, and some of them have like way more than like 12 in their pictures because I don't count. If I take a mom out from her litter and she's resting, I just throw them all in. Sometimes there's probably 20 in there. I don't know. I clean my cages way more than normal anyway, so it's just is what it is. Look at this guy.
Doesn't it depend on how many bedding places you have and how many?
No, they all sleep together. You kind of like the acacia rats that way. They all sleep together, or the chipmunks. They don't really do too much on their own. So there's no point getting as many houses as you do rats. They're all going to do everything together all the time. And if anything, they're just going to keep piling until they break it. Like those pods of sputniks you have, I have so many that I've had to make my own holes in them to rehang them because they break them off.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, they love them. They hang in it so much, and yeah.
Okay.
So we have I'm not keeping any of the blue ones. I'm probably going to keep 1 or 2 of the black girls, but there will be one of them. I don't know which ones yet.
So I have a single
we can
critter
see,
nation.
but basically there's 4 of them available for sure.
Let me turn it up. So Stephanie has a very soft voice.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
So I have a single critter nation, but I've extended the bottom section, like the shelving, into plexi because I don't intend to use the shelving. So I've extended it downwards. And how many do you think I could fit in that space? Because it adds about a cubic.
Yeah, I think if you actually go
extra height.
online and you enter it in, I think it says 5 or 6.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because, I have an acacia, Ashley, that I have an acacia rat half cage, just like what she was just mentioning. I got 6 of them in one. I got like 4 in another. I got like 9 in another. They're all fine. The one with 4 they have way mass room. Because acacia rats are smaller than rats, right?
If you want to see anything, Stephanie, while I'm doing this, just tell me who to
I
pick
got
up.
a little nervous because some rat forums say that you can only have like 3 in a single critter nation. I was like, what?
Well, that's why I said if you have well-tempered rats, it makes a difference. Like if you're going to get rats from a bunch of different places, put them together, you don't know that they're all going to get along well, and they're going to be so conditioned to that kind of thing.
So the space.
So like that's why I would never post those kind of things publicly, because the information I post publicly is the stuff that I think is going to be true across the board. I don't want to give somebody information that works for my stuff and it doesn't work for all rats.
Yeah.
But because what works for me wouldn't have worked for me when I was only breeding for 2 years. Now what I can do now is very, very different than what I could do when I was I've been breeding for, I don't know, something disgusting like 15 years or something like that.
I was doing some of the rat forms. The people who got their rats probably got them from either like backyard breeders or pet shops, and that's why their rats don't get along well. Because I've read on forums that almost all of the rats that come from pet shops, they need so much extra taming because they don't get along at all.
Yeah, well, a pet store rat is one and the same pretty much with a feeder rat.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, what most people don't know, and it's unfortunate, but when feeder rats get too big, most snakes that we're allowed to have in Canada, it's the biggest they can get is something like 5 feet long or something. And a snake that size eats 1 rat once a week. And the size of the rat that an adult snake of that size eats is about an 8-week-old rat.
Yeah.
So once a rat is too big to be eaten by a snake, it's not going to be sold. And it's been sitting in a bin basically like a half year with no food, no water, and no mother for who knows how long until it's not bought. And now it's too big too. So then they put them up as pets rats. So then now they've been junk treated since they've been born and underfed.
They probably weren't handled either.
Oh, definitely not. And underfed. And then they're just too big. And then it's like the last desperate thing to throw them in as a pet store rat. Or if they, depending on the pet store, someone will pull it. If they have something really cool, they'll pull it out from the beginning and try to put a $20 price tag on it. But in general, just saying that's what happens at the pet stores. Because I've had since, I don't know, the last 10 years probably, I've pet stores call me and ask me if I'll supply them with rats. And I just laugh at them every time. And yeah, nope, I wouldn't on any base of any matter. And then on top of it, they want you to do it. They pay like $1 each or something for them.
That's funny.
It's like,
that's
no,
funny.
and so many things with that. I would like to know where they go to. I'd like to know if they're going to be treated well. I can see right now the caging you keep them in and the supplies you carry is not appropriate. Like I don't carry anything that I think is not good for them.
Right.
And they're not educated. It's like and it just makes no sense. Why would I even consider that? It's just, I don't know.
Adult I'm surprised because since the feeder rats that are too big become pet rats, all of them probably have illnesses. Like they'll get respiratory infections like every 2 weeks probably because of that.
Yeah, and I don't want you to,
Actually, on feeder rats, it's hit and miss because some feeder rats, basically, survival of the fittest. You're in crummy situations all the time and nobody treats you, you die. So it ends up actually being that some of the ones that do survive have pretty good immune systems. Not to say that they have better, but it's just, it's a flip side. Sometimes really bad.
To get there.
Yeah, sometimes really bad. And every once in a while, you get like a diamond in the rough and that rat lives for freaking ever.
Yeah,
they still suffer a lot though to end up there.
And sometimes you don't know when you got the baby, you got the one that was going to die. Otherwise, if it stayed there, you know.
Yeah, it's really
You know,
sad because I've heard stories where people they get pet store rats and one rat will die or both will, and they'll literally just go over and be like, "Hey, my rat died. Give me a refund," and then they'll just give fresh rats.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Yep, they do. Yeah, that's the
They don't
policy.
treat them like actual like they have lives.
No, they're products to them. So yes,
Very sad.
not fun at all.
I think pet stores do that with all animals though, like rabbits too.
Yes. Yeah, it's not their products. Like even the products they sell for the animals that they sell, they don't educate themselves or their staff on it. So it just seems funny that like you're advertising yourself as a place that's who this is these animals.
previously
and, like,
owned
the products you
hamsters.
sell don't match, and it's just
I previously owned hamsters, and oh my god, the misinformation for hamsters in pet stores is disastrous. Like the wheels they sell for hamsters are like 5-inch wheels for like Syrians and stuff.
Yeah, you can't have that.
No, it's funny that kind of thing too.
Pet stores need an
It's
update.
not like they couldn't know. It's just pure ignorance because you could just Google for 2 seconds and they would. If you think that they would have some sales team that would be doing that, but
I don't know. I can't understand how they supply the animals and don't even know how to care for them.
no, like have you not seen every single cage that they have is not designed for the.
Oh my god, the critter trails. Absolute like they're so bad. There's so many things about critter trails that they can get like killed by. The bar spacing, the stoppers, the whatever, like literally everything about it is a hazard. And same with rat cages. Like there is no decent rat cages that they supply. For Critter Nations, you have to like buy online or get it secondhand.
Yeah, well, and even that it blows my mind that they've been selling those and they sell them so well for how many years and they haven't fixed the fact that bedding falls out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we don't know how the chipmunks got a respiratory infection. They did, but I've been treating one of them for 10 days, and the day 2 days after her medicine stopped, she was like downhill like a man.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh
now,
my god, there's a squirmy.
So now, Miss Ashley, 21 days of antibiotics for all 4. Booyah! There we go. And Princess has 2 antibiotics now instead of the crappy one. So,
and if anyone does pop on and they're watching live and they want to see the boys, just let me know afterwards. So I can do the boys.
So cute how they climb all over each other.
Well, this is also broadcasting live to YouTube.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. So
no, I think there's 4 total.
And I'm doing a skeleton painting. Awesome.
Okay, I don't know. Hang on, try. I don't know from that looking at them now.
That's a different litter, yes.
This is the ones from the first cage that you saw. I just put all the girls in there.
Oh, and those are the other ones. Are the okay?
These are the girls from the other one. Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to tell them from without seeing them.
Now, why do they have a line down their back, Ashley?
That's part of the marble. That's part of the marble gene. It's a trait that they all have.
Oh, cool.
It's funny, when I actually got my first marbles, they were sold to me as merles.
Yep.
And he didn't know any better, and nobody did actually then. And I noticed that they had that stripe down the back, and they were dwarfs actually. And I drove all the way to Massachusetts to go get them. They were back in one day. And test bred them and stuff, and then proved that they weren't the same thing as merles and how they worked and stuff. And I actually named them. I named them marble.
I like them stripes. I like the stripes.
Yeah, I think it actually would be kind of neat if they will get some more spots, but some of these ones they have barely any spots. I would think it'd be neat if they didn't, like if they just stayed like that.
Oh, they don't stay like that?
They get a little bit. Well, these ones are a little bit more because it was very strong agouti that I used.
They're so cute.
But usually they're going to have more spots. People generally want them to have more spots like the mom does. What are you doing shaking like that?
Oh,
what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, but since I bred mice, I'm if I ever had rats, I wouldn't need all the fancy colors and spots, and I already did that, so plain's good.
I'm going to go raid my own little shelf. I'm horrible for this. I'm going to go raid my shelf and see if there's something I can give them. I don't think they're going to eat much right now, though. Oops, turn it off.
The only problem with having really exotic pets is the vet bills.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I have 5 of these things, and I had to take 4 of them to the vet today. It's just, oh my god.
If you don't have a cat or a dog, the vet bills are a disaster.
I have a cat. She's been raised with rodents, but it's not really. I mean, her vet bills are nothing compared to.
Yeah. I have a rabbit as well, and when she had a little bit of a thing going on with her eye, it was crazy how much I paid for like the eye drops and the tear duct treatment.
Wow, crazy.
Embarrassing amount.
Oh,
Aw.
there's McChee.
See, oh hi Mick.
Hi, Mick.
Hi Mick, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm here.
Janice is over here now in the rat house.
Yeah, I'm just watching. They're cute.
Just hanging
So
out.
so Ashley, you said some of those stripes will disappear.
No, the stripes will stay. It was more they will probably, if you look at the baby pictures, I'm sure Stephanie's seen them.
Oh, okay.
Some of them look like they have a little bit more spots than these ones do now.
Oh,
It's because
okay.
they fluffed up a little bit because they're babies.
Oh, okay.
And so you don't see the spots as much. But
Mm-hmm.
they got this one. Because that's why I said right now I can't really tell which ones it was that I think it's this one. But the ones I was going to keep were the lighter ones that had a ton of spots. Now I can't really tell in this lighting.
I think I get
I think
it.
it's this one. And I think this one. I think it's these two.
So how much? Oh, I guess maybe you can't tell me. I mean, YouTube will let you tell me, but I don't know if you want to tell me.
What?
So what is that? You said Marley?
Marble?
Harley, sorry. Oh my god.
No, Harley is long-haired.
Marble.
Yes.
So what do marble? Does it depend whether they're male or female?
Nope, I don't do anything different for ear type or for sex.
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't do anything for that.
and
I don't know if you don't ask exactly what that is. I don't. If I know what you're asking, I will tell you. Just don't say the rest of it. 'Cause I don't know if I'm allowed to tell that way. Let me check. I'm just checking for you. I think it's 75, but I'm checking. Where is that in here? I have to look at my website very often. Yeah, 70 to 80. So I was right on 75. And Roan is the same. They were in the same group on my.
Oh, so the type makes a difference too.
Yes, mine is by line, from like where I got it, how long I've had it, and
got it.
Those kind of things. By the time I charge them by time put into them.
Got you.
And that's why the Harleys are the most expensive, because they took me years and years before I could really.
Now Harleys.
They are the long-haired ones that I imported from Germany and Austria and everything, and they didn't lactate when I first bought them.
Austria?
Yeah, but most of my rats actually are from Europe.
Far.
Like Martin, I got all those from Europe. I imported those, like the black ones with the red eyes.
Europe does have good strands. Europe definitely does have good strands.
Yeah, well, we have different things that they didn't have. Like they didn't have marble, and the silver mane, and originally Merle. That's what we traded as Merle for Harley. They didn't have dwarf. Dwarf is from the States. Siamese sable or Tonkinese. That's also an American thing. Roan over there in Europe, they absolutely hate it. Roan to them is hooded to us. So you go to a pet store, they have nothing but Roans there, and they absolutely hate it, because once you have that gene in there, it's carried and you can't get rid of it pretty much forever. Same way that we feel about hoodeds, and Siamese isn't as common over there, but they have black-eyed. They do have black-eyed Siamese, but
nice. I had black-eyed Siamese mice, so.
Yeah, it's funny with mice. I didn't see as many red-eyed Siamese.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably just because where I started off getting my mice from was not where I started off with rats, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started at the top when it came to mice.
Yep. Yeah.
Whereas rats, I started with nothing and learned everything. Learned how it goes. So, what are you thinking, Stephanie?
They're very cute. Oh my god. it's tough because I've been keeping my eye out for the girl litters like crazy.
Yeah, I've honestly been really busy doing all this stuff and figuring out how this works and keeping up with that kind of stuff. So I wanted to catch up on the YouTube because I've never done it, didn't have it, and it's just once I found out that we could do this kind of thing, I was like, oh, that might really work for me being able to do it.
I'm helping.
Yes, that's why Janice
I'm
is here.
helping. I'm contributing. Just
Because I thought it would be really great. I started off actually last week. I showed, I did this on a private stream with
Yeah, it was cool.
the Merle litter to show the people who had them reserved so they could get an update. Because honestly, it's probably way better for you guys to be able to ask questions and for me to not have to take a million pictures. So it seemed like mutually beneficial to be able to let you guys see them this way, and then you can see how they are. And hey, some of them are way more active.
That's true. It is got to be easier if you don't have
They
to.
all decided that nap time except for that one.
I still do have to do the pictures, but as far as the updates, doing the individual pictures, because when I need to do an update picture and I got to go find that one guy out of a litter, it's really difficult. Actually, like this, for example, if you ask me, you had these reserved, and you asked me in 2 weeks to find which one of these it is that you want, and you want just a picture of just that one, I got it. It takes more time to find it than just do the pictures, and pictures take a long time.
Are you going to keep Miss Climington there?
She's not going anywhere. It's quite a high thing. She's like 3 inches from the top still.
She's trying.
I know, but she seems to be like that's the one I would keep out of that.
She's very outgoing. Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted to do this because there's one in here that I knew was very, very outgoing. Every time like you pick her up, she's.
So you're going to keep that one?
Probably not actually.
Well, what's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you keep her?
Why
wouldn't you keep her? She's so personable.
Because usually with females, I want them to be as
calm as possible. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I want them as calm as possible because females have a tendency to be busy as it is. Like she's still far from busy, but it's crazy. Better on my chances for the whole litter.
Anyways, I gotta head out. There's some work to get done.
Okay, you can send me a message if you know which ones you like or if you want to wait still.
Yeah, sure thing.
Because I'm going to be posting these guys probably tomorrow.
I'm going to be excited to reserve one. I'm going to get a good pair finally.
Yeah, I personally like this. Like I would, if it was me, I would probably get one of these and one of these. But it's up to you. Just because these two would be sisters. Anyways, they'll be the same age.
Anyways, thank you so much.
No problem. Take care.
You too.
Bye, Stephanie. She's so sweet.
She is. Most of my people are sweet. Actually, all of them are sweet because I don't let them be my people if they're not sweet.
Okay, I can't hear you, Miss Whispers.
What? Oh, I said I said all my people are sweet because I have such a stringent approval process.
Yeah, I could pass. I know I could pass.
You don't get in unless you're sweet.
I am sweet.
Yeah, you are.
Well, so, I mean, I'm sweet. I'm sweet. I would be sweet to my animals, yeah. I'm not really sweet to
sweet
people.
Until scorned.
What's that?
Sweet until scorned.
Yeah. I like that. I like the hyper one. That's the one I'd pick.
You always had no rats.
No,
but you stuck to that.
Okay, but wait, is there a difference between the kind you would keep as a keeper to breed than what a pet person would want as a pet?
No.
No. Well, I like the hyper one, so there you go.
No, the only thing, it's just I would probably keep. Well, I'm going to keep the one that would be the absolute best pet because I want to make more of that and encourage it, right?
No, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
It's just I know with females they're going to have a tendency to do that anyways. So by picking one that's that way, it's kind of going the opposite way of what I would need to do with females. Just
what I'm telling you is, if I were shopping here for babies, the one climbing around the cage is the one I would pick in a heartbeat. Like that.
That's what I did with that. It's funny because that's what I did with dogs too. And my pilot, and he ended up being the calmest damn husky ever.
See, so there it's misleading. See.
Yeah, he was wonderful. It was more like I didn't know it at the time, but it was more he came to me rather than he was outgoing because he didn't do it to everybody else.
Oh, I
see. Me, that was very true to his character.
Yeah, I see.
but he was my first dog, so.
Well, yeah, I totally get it. I really do.
Well,
But
not my
yeah.
first dog, period, but like my first dog I got from a breeder that I picked and waited for and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is Mom, and
Oh, hi, Mom.
she's very, very sweet, but she's like that way.
Oh, I see the line.
And she
but
does not
now I
stay anywhere
see
very
the-
long.
Yeah, now I see
She's
the
like, okay.
spots.
Yeah.
Right. Is she full grown?
Yes.
Why does she not look very big?
I don't breed my rats to be absolutely huge,
She's
but
huge?
she's very average. She's very
Oh.
average.
Okay.
But no, I don't choose. They're really big. I breed against that. I don't like that.
Okay.
I find it's worse on their health. They
Oh, yeah.
they get sick more. They don't breed. They get respiratory problems more. I mean, because they're holding weight and they're not so
Yeah,
active. So then they.
My question is,
I'm gonna put the boys in there.
I heard that female rats weigh between 100 and 300 grams.
No, maybe no. You don't breed them until they're about 250 to 300 grams.
Okay.
A baby is like 100 grams and you get them.
And males 200 to 500?
No, males can weigh up to 800.
Okay, so that's
More like 400 to 800 is probably more realistic for an adult male.
Okay. Okay.
And for an adult female, probably more like 3 to 5.
Holy Christ, man.
Okay, there. Mine don't get that big, but I've seen that was other breeders.
Well, you can breed them for size. I mean,
yeah.
Well, yeah. You can also breed them to not be that size too. So
yeah,
I get it.
So these are the boys, and the boys have these guys are posted already in my available album. The boys, because no, they're over here. There's 2 brown ones and there's 1 marble.
Oh my God.
And those guys are up already. I was just holding back
they're girls. So short. Don't even let Char get on here. Oh, just don't. No.
I probably won't ever be on her timeline.
Ashley, Ashley, how much is it to send them to London?
Very expensive. You have to take a ferry to Netherlands.
I don't care. I want them.
Stop.
I want them all. You're so funny.
Guys,
get Joey to come and bring them.
The boys, where are they here? They have much cooler markings. Yeah, look at. See this guy?
Yeah, it's with the little bingo head. Yeah.
They all do. All the boys have very unique marks on their face. Only that first one I picked up is very normal. See?
Oh, yeah, they all look
They're
different.
all very unique.
Yeah, they are.
Like, what is this one? It looks like an ink blot.
I love it. I love it. Inky.
Very neat.
So yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna say, Ashley, have Joey come and get me some rats and bring them to London, will you?
I got on the side.
Love. What's that?
The side of his face just looks really neat.
It's too bad you can't do that, eh?
You can. It's just not cheap.
Well, can't you just take them as pets? Can't you take them to London as pets?
You would be still. It's because London needs health certificates for everything. So the health certificate itself is not expensive, not even here really. It's that UK wants, I think, as far as I remember, we've never actually gone through it because it was just so scary for everybody, the price that goes along with that. But they want, it's not a group certificate like most of them are. They want 1 certificate per animal. So that costs a lot more. Usually the vet would do. Yeah, usually the vet would do for the whole shipment. They'll look at them and they write it on 1 piece of paper, 1 certificate.
Yeah.
The UK for some reason that's not acceptable. So then you have to pay each paper basically, which is generally a minimum of $100 each. Yep.
Yeah, that's not expensive.
And that's just for the vet to do it here and give it. And then once the documentation is filed and they land in the destination country, there is a screening fee where they have to bring in a vet to the airport to check the certificate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So then you usually pay that, and then whatever that country decides to charge, whatever that airport decides to charge.
Okay.
So on top of any other import, because almost everywhere else I've ever shipped does not need that.
Right.
And anyone who has done it as a choice.
Yep.
Because you can do it as a choice too.
Oh, okay.
But it basically it's going to add per rat at least $100 to $200 to the price.
Wow.
Just for
I would
paperwork.
love to tell Joey, hey, come get these freaking rats in Canada and take them to Char for me. Will you? I'll buy them for her.
You know, Joey wanted rats for himself. He could drive up here, pick them up, drive home, and no problem. Nothing.
Yeah, he can't do. No, he doesn't want rats.
Not right now, but that's how easy it is across the border with Canada and
Oh,
US.
I see. Yeah, I get you.
You need the same thing as if you, I don't know, bought a T-shirt. You need a receipt, and that's about it.
Get it. It makes total sense. I mean, I don't think of animals as property, but I guess, the government and flying. I mean, I guess technically I guess okay.
Especially with rats, because rats are lab animals, which makes them very property to the government.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's why rats will have anywhere you go, even with us when we ship them. There's a special rodent rate when you're shipping them within Canada, because the labs use rodent rate, so you get a better price than you do with bunnies or whatever, than you do with cats or dogs. Whereas if it's a bunny, you don't get a rodent rate, so it's quite a bit. It costs pretty much the same as a dog or cat.
Oh, so my other question is, would they have to go over in a tectonic?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So they have to go. They have to fly, even if it's your pet. They have to fly in an airline approved
carrier within the IATA regulations, and never ever in carry-on.
I understand.
So a lot of times the flight you've chosen for yourself is not the one that your animals are going on.
Oh, that sucks totally.
Because only certain airlines allow animals, which is usually only one per country.
Oh, yeah, right. Right.
Yes, and that's not usually the one that you would have picked or booked already for yourself.
Of course not. No.
Yes.
I get it. Okay. I get it, I think. The reason I'm asking all these questions, by the way, people do it in my stream too, so maybe this will be helpful for you to know now. Because this is going to post, and people are going to.
Right now.
Pardon?
It's live right now, technically.
Yeah, it'll replay after.
Yep.
Okay, so what people do in my stream is, especially if there aren't a lot of people there, you ask some questions of care of such thing, how you would travel, and then the people who watch it later will get all kinds of information that they didn't ask when they were here, but they always find it interesting.
Yep, I agree. It's fantastic.
So that's why I'm asking so many questions. Now, because I'm curious. I'm curious. If I were in London, England,
it's actually interesting because you've dealt with a lot of different animals with me, but never rats. So it is actually very new for you.
I've never had rats. No.
No, you never had rats, and we've never talked rats or anything.
Never have. No, because I had mice, and I didn't want rats and mice. And then I had no mice, but I had acacia. Okay, well that's different.
No, they're totally different. Yeah, acacia rats are closer to African softfur rats.
Yeah, like they're not even close to rats.
They don't ever look like this.
No, they look like mice.
They're fuzzy. They're fuzzy. Yeah. They come out really, really fuzzy.
Anyway, I mean, I may as well ask the questions. I may end up with rats someday. You never know. Not to breed as pets. But that's another reason why I asked you how many you could have together, because I would have no interest at all in breeding them. Honestly, it's just not really I can't do it again. I wouldn't mind just having them as my little buddies. Like just pets. I don't want to breed anything else. I'm good, But yeah, I mean, I'd like to know how many could go in a cage. What's the best? Do you need an odd number of rats so they don't fight like mice? Because when you have even numbers, I find they fight. When you have odd numbers, they don't. So I don't know.
When you have only two, that's why I always say I like not doing two if you can, because no matter what, even if they love each other, it's still one's the winner, one's the loser.
Well, I would do 3, 5, 7,
and
9.
Yeah, and there's never any change. But once you're like 4 is fine.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't pair up. Whereas mice, I find do that a little bit more, but
you're right. Yeah,
rats like these guys don't even know each other, and that's just what they do.
If I had, and is it better? And is it better too? Okay, so is it better to keep 4 or 5 from the same litter? Or
no, not really. It says that everywhere that they're going to get along better, but again, that's the general thing.
Yeah.
With mine, pretty much like as you see, I can throw them with each other and nobody cares, and they're always fine at
Yeah,
this
they all
age.
seem to be
And
fine.
nothing should ever care at this age, but they do sometimes.
So how about like
But
what
once
if
they
I were?
wean, anything that's close in age, I wean them all together.
Yeah,
So
okay.
when they grow up and as soon as they leave their mother, they're with everything that's similar in age from me.
Yeah.
So whether you picked whatever one from one litter, one from another litter, they basically grew up as like brother
Like
and
if I was
sister,
looking
or
at that
adopted.
I'm looking at that little mush pile there. 5 of them could come out of that mush pile if you had 5. Like if you had. Like,
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Nice to know. Because, well, no, I don't know if I'd want all the same. Because maybe I don't want all the same kind. Maybe I want the little black.
And honestly, if you were going to fill a cage of 5, I would say, like, get 2 to start.
Yeah.
Or 3 to start, up to you.
3.
But it's good because you know that's what your capacity is. Yeah. And wait until they're about 3 months old, 4 months old or something, and then add more. And what if you do it at a regular interval young enough, then you get your rats very conditioned to things change and accepting new ones.
Okay.
Because with mine, I don't need to clean my cage or anything. I can just throw one in, and I can put an adult male with these guys and it'll be fine. They've never met. I don't have to clean the cage. It doesn't have to smell. That's the way my rats are, but they're used to it because I always move them around. They've always changed their environment.
Well, it's good to know because, like I said, what if I what if I wanted like one gray one with a stripe there and one brown one with a stripe because they're the same litter, and then I wanted one black one and 2 little gray ones from the other pile under there.
Yeah, well, that's why I tell people to wait with mine too, because mine, when I post them, they go really fast, and a lot of people see like one really cool one go really fast. It's because it's that person who's already got 2, and then you can just add one single one later when you see a real unicorn you've been waiting for to pop up, and then you can just get one and you add them in, and then you're double.
Okay, so what about
conditioning them to being introduced regularly, and then you can.
Yeah. So what about putting dwarf? What about
with males? I don't recommend that because they're drastically different sizes.
Okay, what about females?
Females, if they grow up together. So like I would.
Okay.
You would need both sizes in the initial group.
Gotcha.
And I say the exact same thing with hairless. Most people don't agree with that, but the only way that I think hairless ever have like a fighting chance is that they grow up with furry ones, and that the furry ones also grow up with hairless ones.
Okay.
Because like they have to learn that they're kind of special needs and to be gentle.
Okay.
And if you have an adult furry rat that never ever was around a naked when it was younger, it's never learned to be gentle, and it doesn't understand when the other one scratches.
Okay.
And then because the hairless gets scratched too hard, and then he gets mad and he turns around and it turns into more of a thing than it needs to be. Because they're not trained. That's how you behave around those guys.
Gotcha. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to learn. And then, like I said, somebody might come, like I just learned like 5 things that I didn't know. So there you go. That's pretty awesome. And I could have asked, but yeah.
I'm going to sign off on here and get these guys back with their mummies.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll see everybody later.
Thank you, Ashley.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.